Hey everybody, it's Kevin. Today is let's see, this is your spiritual inbox. Let's see why have I got this on preview mode? I don't really care right now. I'm just gonna go with it. Um, I've been up for a while. I just haven't been in here. I've been plonking about watching a few inspirational pieces, to get me in the mood to come and deliver a message to you, I suppose. Um, But I'm glad to be here and I'm glad you're here tuning in. I hope your Saturday will start off being bright, cheery, yeah, full of it, full of whatever. Good stuff. I feel like I'm babbling, and I am. Let's get right to today's message. Pop. There we go. Um, so it may seem like we've got this repeat. I got in here this morning. I sat down and got centered and clear with thanking the spirit world for giving me the opportunity to bring you this spiritual inbox message. And quickly, very, very quickly, came the idea that we're not stuck. So then I thought, well, where does that come from? Only the illusion of being stuck is the stuck. So I didn't understand it. And so I shuffled the cards and I thanked the other side, the angels, the ascended masters, the light workers for coming in. Boom, boom, boom. Here comes three cards. So the card that was working through me with me is the Mother Mary. Let go of the need to be right and choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. That's the message that Kyle puts on the card. And I want to just go ahead and read what is said in the guidebook that goes with it. Now, I personally don't profess to know everything, which gives me the opportunity to learn a lot. And I was affirming this morning to myself, I love learning new things. I like uncovering different things because what I understand about it is it's never boring and I'm never stuck. So that became, whoa, okay. The illusion of being stuck comes from boredom, comes from frustration, comes from this feeling that nothing is moving forward and no one's doing this. And the other part that I got clear on is social media. And being very careful and clear not to fall into the habits of negativity, the habits of it is a habit. It's a habit that this culture has fallen into. The need to be connected, seen, to sometimes complete strangers that we've not known, and the other need to be validated. And that's all I'll say about it. And I've long thought, why do I need validation, permission for anything I've done or do? Because we all want someone else's approval. We seek it, we look for it. It's one of those really odd feelings, and then leads to the not good enough, because I know people who are incredible coaches and lovely leaders who have no need to be validated because they validate themselves through inner wisdom. And hence, right at that point when I'm getting that message, here comes Katumi, the cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek, and which goes to everybody knows they don't need validation from anyone else. Yeah, why are we so hell-bent on plonking into the social media land and getting likes and getting seen and getting subscription? Because it's what everybody seems to be doing. I'm also clear that sometimes the only way anyone moves forward, feels better, is through the judgment of others, not being judged by others. That's what we run away from, but doing the judging. When you point fingers at, and I had a lovely, delicious, delightful, intelligent, loving, brilliant conversation yesterday with some truly evolved people about the Bible. It's a guidebook full of stories written by people. That's my opinion. Probably ancient journalists, ascended masters, if you will, folks who perhaps at the time they wrote the scriptures had the intention of letting the words and the stories and the psalms and the phrases and the books and the various pieces, the intention was to let it land somewhere to create something good for everyone. And sure, when I was little, I went to Sunday school. I grew up in a Episcopalian, over there it's called Church of England, Protestant, if you will. And then here comes all the labels. That's how I was indoctrinated into sort of a religious system, if you will. A system, really. Like source energy is not really a system, it's source energy. That's what I know now. But you know, when you come into human form, the first part of your life is understanding arms and legs, brain, organs. We get this brilliant body, which I talked about yesterday, and we have to learn how to use it, what to do with it, mechanics of it. So that's all the physical stuff. But along with it comes the culture too. We sort of have to conform to the culture, really. It wouldn't be appropriate for folks who were born in Ireland to adopt the lifestyle of perhaps the Maori tribe out of New Zealand. You know, really to run around in Dublin with tribal outfits on and tattoo your body with fabulous patterns would be out of place, odd, different, not welcomed. But yet, the human experience is full, complete self-expression. That's what we really strive to be in. And everybody's individualism, self-expression, is theirs. It belongs to them, like the colour of their eyes and the nose and the hair. And we go on further. The expressions of the body, the physical body, the attitude of the physical body. I happen to be born and identify as gay, if you will. That's a modern term for it. Back when I was little, it was called homosexual. And when I was a small boy, they said that those people would be in trouble. Actually, it was a crime. You get put in prison. Just the thought of it. I think there was a famous Oscar Wilde who went to prison because he defied the laws of the land and said, I'm just going to be who I am, and to hell with what you've got to say. Anyway, so this feeling of stuckness comes from the fear, the frustration, but it's all an illusion. It's all a facade. It's something that we want to really break through the fear and go off and do our thing in life. We have the wisdom and the know-how to say this is what we've got to do. And yesterday, the message was all about get out of your own way. Live your purpose. Do something that matters. Say something that matters. Come from a positive place. Launch the thoughts of desires and become that vibrational frequency of what you want. There's the feeling of stuck, keeps stuck going, keeps everything stuck in place. So let's read what Kyle had to say about Mother Mary and the energy of Mother Mary, love and peace, which I said in November. I was dedicating this whole year. And now I'm beginning to think, why wait a year? Just keep going. with love and peace. I think that just lines up with me. It makes me feel so much lighter, better, and it does come back multiplied, I believe. Um, if I can clear the deck and open up somebody's eyes to something new and different, then the job's done. I really don't care what other people think of me. I'm really not worried about whether or not they think I'm going to burn in hell, wherever hell is. That just doesn't line up with me. I don't believe that. So if they want to believe that, then that's up to them. Okay, so here we go. Mary, the mother of Jesus, is one of the best loved saints, masters, and guides of the world. Although she has had a huge part to play in the Catholic faith, she can bring faith, peace, love to anyone who calls on her. She is the saint of all the people. She works directly with angels of peace to bring healing to the world, particularly where there is conflict, and is dedicated to supporting children and mothers. She is a spiritual embodiment of unconditional love and acceptance. And I'm grateful beyond belief that she popped out today and said, listen, this is a message that comes from me to you, to the world. The extended message in this guidebook: it's time to let go of conflict, the stuck stuff, or the need to be right. It's not your world, so you just need to do what you know was right. And the more you fight to the point you want to prove, the unhappier you'll be. Pointing out mistakes, mishaps, judgment of others blocks the road to love in your own life. Mary, the Divine Mother of Acceptance, is with you now, encouraging you to forgive. And forgiveness is not about letting anyone else get away with bad choices, but about choosing to create your own happiness. Mother Mary also brings healing to you and your mother. If you miss her, or out of contact with her, or have old trauma that needs to be healed, know that Mary's miraculous light is here to wash away the darkness. Can't imagine anybody having... Well, I suppose we do have conflicts with our mums. Anyway, here's the two... let's see. Archangel Uriel's here to shine the light, to be the light. That's the energy of... when you come in contact with people that are of conflict, and there's a lot of it, judgment, there's a lot of that. Everyone's so quick to jump and judge. And the challenge is it gets us stuck in that judgment and the jumping in it and the adding on to it. And then there's more misery. It seems apathetic and somewhat irresponsible not to be compassionate, because that's where love is. And then the frustration comes from, why is this continuing? Why does it go on? How are we letting it? So it really starts with us, where we are, where we sit. What is your vibrational thinking? What is your mood? Because that's the vibration. The mood that you have, the feelings that you have, that's the vibration that becomes a reality. So if you come from the place of you're moving towards what you want, if you want peace, move towards it, come from it. If you want love, move into it, be of it. Because the hope of it requires the belief of that. And then the belief of it, when you believe it, you choose to believe what you hope that you believe it's going to happen. Then that means it's a knowingness. And here comes Kutumi, the cloak of wisdom. Inside you already know. You know it's time to shine your light. I'm not saying get into conflicts with people, but when you find the person who really is frustrated, angry, upset, there's a lot of people. What they want is to feel better. That's what we all want. The person who's angry, frustrated, upset, pissed off, cutting you off at the light, riding your bumper, because I'm using traffic because it happened yesterday. Don't know why, but it did. Somebody just roared up past me, angry, pissed off. I don't know why. I don't know why, what that was about. I see it all the time. They want to feel better. And there is a small slither of our culture that wants to feel better by judging, pushing, shoving, and putting other people down. I'm not saying you have to be a doormat or a victim, but they feel better when they get to do it. But then they need to feel better again, so they do it again. You don't have to be part of that. You don't have to be the answer to their prayers of feeling better by putting you down. At all. You're responsible for one of the roles that you choose to play. If you choose to play a victim and say, oh, this happened to me and I just can't stand it, well, then you're playing that role and you're adding to that issue. Or you might be the one that's pointing fingers. I've done it, been guilty of it. This is wrong. Can't have that. This is not what I expected. This is not what I signed up for. I'm not happy about this. Now, that's different to judging somebody, pointing fingers and telling them what they should and shouldn't do to make you feel better. Sometimes it feels better to offload a few things to get it off your chest. I use an example. I think I did yesterday. I might be repeating myself, and I'm sorry if I am. But, you know, I've been in this idea that this telephone isn't working quite right. So I set about waiting till it was early and doing the chat, and after 10-15 minutes it wasn't going anywhere. I was being asked to do more and more things and we weren't getting anywhere. So I just was grateful for the time the person spent with me, but honest and truthful and clear about, I can't let this go on any longer. Thank you so much. I appreciate what you've shared. We didn't get anywhere and I'm no longer willing to be stuck. Bye-bye. It's just so interesting that we are so interested in the opinions of others and all this. We really just need to get unstuck and be free. Let go of this pettiness, the all of that. Get your closets cleaned out. Let go of the illusion that somehow somebody's done something to you. Somehow it's other people's fault. Let it go, let it go, let it go. People are not out to get you. You don't have to respond at their level. And if you notice that, when somebody comes at you with this negative vibrational energy, the natural knee-jerk reaction, which is learned, is to meet them where they are, at the same place, with this negative nonsense. That's what we want, revenge. You slap me, so I want to slap you twice as hard. No, 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 no. It's simply, oh, okay. Move on. No reaction, no response. Move on. They didn't get what they wanted. Not going to. Does that mean you should lie down and take abuse? No. You protect yourself and say, listen, I'm going to come from love, light. Those people, that vibration will show up. Trust me, it shows up, multiplied, huge. The universe wants nothing better than you to live a life of happiness. Use a mantra, I am perfection unfolding, and I am to live happily ever after. The world's not broken. I'm perfectly lined up with it. Somehow, everything that seems to happen works its way out. Yes, bad things happen to good people. That's normal. It happens. And there is this feeling, well, if the world was so great, God was so loving, why did these bad things happen? Because bad things do happen. That's called balance. Seems real weird. You know, we can't all live in this Pleasantville land. Anyway, let's get on with the daily reading. And yeah, that's the message. Get unstuck, mop up your nonsense. Come from a place of What would make you feel better? And that could be a bowl of ice cream. I'm just using that as a silliness, but you know, um, just watch that where you're stuck. If you're stuck in that, oh, gosh, got to get out of this. That's an illusion. The same as you can get out of it by not buying into it. Yeah. Here's our book, Journey to the Heart. Let's turn to the 24th of April. Change your perspective. Da-da. There we go. Sometimes a slight difference in where we stand can dramatically change how things are. One morning, shortly after sunrise, I climbed to the top of Mesa in Sedona. I'd been there the day before, staring at the shapes and the forms of the other mesas and gazing down upon the city. Now, this morning I sat in a different place to meditate and look around. The spot where I sat this day was only a few feet from where I'd sat before, but the view looked entirely different. I saw different shapes, different forms. I saw a different view of the city and the world below. We often need to change our position so we can see things differently. We don't have to make dramatic change, we just need to move around a little bit. Perhaps an unresolved issue is blocking our vision, blocking us from seeing the beauty that's there. Maybe a bit of anger or self-contempt is interfering with our vision. Maybe the changes we need to make are minor, much less than we thought. Maybe we simply need to look at whatever we are viewing without fear, to change our mood and see it with the eyes of love. Take a break, move around, learn to change your perspective. Maybe you don't need to change what you're looking at, you just need to change where you stand. That lands. We're not going to change other people's anger and frustration. We're not going to change anyone's feeling of being stuck in something. We can only change our own view of it and the illusion of it. Pick a different illusion. Good, let's meditate. I feel like with this meditation I should add some undercurrent of music, but might. Let's think. All right, big breath in. Sweep out, let go of everything in your being that doesn't need to be there, including negativity, frustration, anger, resentment, judgment. Get it out, let it go. Allow your mind to settle in. Thoughts are racing, ideas are racing, reactions, responses, all of those physical, mental ideas are scurrying to settle down. The breath, focusing on the breath, integrates you, your soul, your spirit, your vibration to the physical environment that you are now in. Be mindful that this place, this sacred place that you are creating for yourself, is intentional, deliberate, purposeful. You found yourself here on purpose. There are no accidents. Take a mental scan of your physical body, and to do so, imagine yourself traveling like an inner scope along your spine, up through your bones, as if you could see outward. Seek with the feeling. Where there's tension in the joints, in the muscles, in the tissues, breathe in light to that area. Fill up with light to the areas that feel restricted and limited, maybe even slightly uncomfortable. Breathe white light into the discomfort, exhale out, and allow the tension to be free. Pay particular attention to the area of energy behind your ears, the bony section on the sides of your skull. Move your mental attention to the firmness of the bones above each eye and the center of your forehead. Soften any part of furrowing in your brow. Relax the tissues, muscles of your head, your skull, your brain, your neck, your shoulders, all that area above your collarbone from your fifth chakra up. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting the ties that bind me to people, places, situations, stories, drama, negativity, darkness, and anything that no longer serves my purpose. I'm grateful that you're here and thankful that you've cut the ties that bind me to anything that no longer serves my purpose. So it is, and so shall it be. I am safe and I am free. Bring your mind to a sense of lightness, gratitude, softness, love. Anything and everything you don't normally feel grateful for the blessings of your loving home. Grateful for the wonderful physical body you have. Grateful for the nutritious food that you feed yourself. Grateful for the teachers and the people who've brought you the wisdom that you need to know. Make your affirmation, I am the keeper of my mind and my body, and wherever love, light flows, fear, darkness, anger are strangers. I am love, I am light. So it is, and so shall it be. Turn on your deepest breath. With every breath in, feel every fiber of your being lighten. With every exhale, drop the thoughts and ideas of frustration. Exhale, let go of the need to be right. Let go of the need to align yourself up to a group or situation or story that isn't truly of your vibration. Inhale the peace and the understanding and the desire to learn. Exhale, let go of limitations, rigidity, judgment. Use your breath to breathe in freedom and lightness, joy and love and happiness. Let go and blast out the need to hold on to convictions, to feel the need to do so much all the time. Be free, let go, relax. Your hands to prayer at heart center. Get a sense of honoring yourself for what you truly have accomplished and who you truly are. Know that from this moment forward, everything good is possible. Every great accomplishment for you is achievable. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. Just honor the world, the planet, and those you meet. As we bow and say namaste. There you have it. A little exercise for you if you want. If you want to move away from these odd feelings that you have, get a little notepad, doesn't have to be big, or pad of post-it notes. Anytime that you find yourself dropping into judgment, it's a drop-in, it's a habit. There's a wiring going on. Automatic. Comes from a reaction. Think of what you judged. Not who, but what. What were you judging? It's hard to do it without thinking of a person. But when I say, what are you judging the behavior? Are you judging the appearance? Are you judging the activity? Are you judging the friends? That's one. What? It's the what. And then we get to write that down and then let that go because you identified what you're judging. There's a habit that comes up. The second question, why? What is it about that your judgment? We'll just say, what can I use as an example? A person shows off a new outfit on social media. Look at me, I've just bought this from such and such a place, and you launch into something negative to say. Wrong color. Because you got something quieter. Anything like that. So you judged the appearance. You judged how loud it was. You judged, what were you judging? Because underneath it is really the truth. And the truth is, oddly enough, you're judging really the happiness and the love and the glee and the greatness of that other person. But they're not judging you. You're judging them, if that makes sense. And so why do we do it? Because we don't feel like we're worthy or that we're good enough. The upside to it, of doing it, is when you get to that place where you really realize, oh my goodness, there is an emotional waterfall, tears, feeling here. There's a physical, visceral, actual physical feeling. Jaws tighten, tears form before the eyes. There's a stinging behind the nose that brings the tears on. It's a grieving process. We have to grieve the person that we were to become the person we don't yet know. That's where you get to let it all go. I couldn't do what I'm doing now with you, coming from love, kumbaya, without grieving all the negative stuff. All right. I love you so much. Thanks for paying attention, tuning in. Share it, like it, subscribe to it. Give me feedback, comments. It's okay. Bye.